back, you motherfuckers, you.
Why do you ask this stupid question to two boot guys?
Take 16 of you.
Will they do the same things?
Yeah. I get to fuck them all, right? Because they're you.
She can't fucking add. She can't do math. Third sneeze, she's like, go outside and die.
Me and Jack come on here and talk, and JJ does everything else. Getting chatted for you guys.
Chatted.
This has been Shattered Wisdom. Problem and clock started.
Yeah.
Welcome back, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, we're gonna do a quick hit little F.A.F.O. here.
Quick hit. Sorry if you thought it was going to be longer. It's not.
But I mean, this is what it's about.
Yeah, this is going to be me and Jack showing our fucking age today.
Oh, man.
If you're a young listener, you have no idea what we're talking about. And if you're an old fuck like us, then we're going to take you back to the 80s and 90s today with some nostalgia.
Yeah.
So
some of you farther back.
Yeah, we didn't even have that shit. So the first thing that we're going to touch on is dial-up and floppy disks.
Oh, yeah.
So dial-up internet was fucking the most annoying sound you've ever heard in your life.
Yep.
If you're logging onto your computer at 3 o'clock in the morning to try to, I don't know, watch something on the intranet,
Yeah.
you're waking up everybody in your fucking house.
Or if you were trying to download music like me,
Yes.
you would start it at like 11 p.m.
Yeah.
and then go to bed and hope no one called until the next morning.
Yeah.
So when you woke up the next day, you had 6 songs that downloaded.
Yeah. So remember, a little side tangent, there was LimeWire, but before that there was Napster.
Oh, yeah.
And I would hate when I would try to download like a song and it would be the wrong song.
Yes.
Because people would just put whatever the fuck they wanted on there for you to download.
Yeah, they name it what they...
Yeah.
It was the exact same name.
Yeah. And it's like... This isn't Green Day or whatever, this isn't who the fuck I was trying to get to download onto my computer so I can, listen to it through my fucking big ass headphones. And floppy disk, man, I remember as a kid in school, computer programs and shit, you would have to put in a floppy disk to open your programs.
So which floppy disk did you have, though? Did you have the little 3.5?
No, I had the big. I when I first started, I had the big fucking ones, and it was the ones before. Remember that metal clip that you could play with?
You could lock.
Yeah.
It
was before that.
Yeah, so it came and it had like a sleeve.
Yes.
It was in a white sleeve, so
Yeah.
if you wanted to play a computer game, you'd pull your
Here
sleeve
comes Oregon
out.
Trail.
Yeah, Jerett got the Oregon Trail envelope out. Yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah, no, dude, it's very vivid in my childhood because that's what we had for fun.
And for those of you who don't know, it's not called floppy because it's funny. It was, you could legit like bend that thing in half and then straighten it out and put it in.
Yeah, like so the way that technology, even back then, like I still didn't have an understanding of how you could put a whole program on a floppy disk.
Oh, I still don't to this day.
Yeah. But, things make more sense now. But still, they don't make sense. How do we stream?
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Like, this generation's got all kinds of shit that we couldn't even have dreamed of as kids.
Where does Wi-Fi come from?
It's magic.
It's in the air.
It's like talking on your cell phone.
Yeah. Basically, I laugh when people send them a text message like, I haven't got it yet. And I go, it has to go to space.
Yeah. It's got to bang off some fucking satellites real fast. Yeah, there's a time delay. No, dude, now everything's instant. I send it to you from the other side of the planet. Hey, go fuck yourself. You get it right now.
Yeah, you wake up to that text in a different time zone.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking wild how fast technology is these days. It's a good thing for what it is, right? I mean, it helps out, but it's a bad thing for what people can do with it.
Well, and it's also bad because we've lost all sense of patience.
Oh yeah, no. If it doesn't happen now, I'm fucking mad. I'm livid.
A video buffers for 2 seconds. You're like, oh, fuck my life.
When I don't have cell phone service and I'm trying to send a message, it keeps getting kicked back to me. I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, yesterday at work, for some reason, there was this like force field around us in our office and all our cell phones. We just could not. You'd send a text message and the green status bar would go over and hang up on the last 10% and it would just stay there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'd go walk the job site. Bing, 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 bing. People are like, dude, I've been trying to call you.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, fuck, what if something happened with one of my kids?
Yeah.
What if this?
Yeah. So a reason that we never had to use to worry for those things is because we had payphones and landlines.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what a landline is, you needed a landline to have Wi-Fi or to have internet. It was dial-up. And if somebody called while you were on said dial-up, it would kick you off.
Yes.
Like, no question.
And also your landline, if you were talking on the phone, anyone else in the house could pick up a phone and get in on your conversation.
Yeah.
Which the thing you used to do is like try to sneak the phone, like when my sister was talking to her friends, try to like sneak it off, and you hold the receiver down so they can't hear you, and you try to listen in like they were talking some juicy shit. They never were.
Yeah.
They were not like, your brother's so hot.
Yeah.
No, that never happened. My fantasies never fucking came true, FYI.
Say I'm hot.
I just want to kiss your brother. No.
Yeah, no, that didn't happen.
It was always math homework or some other shit.
Yeah, some stupid. So landlines also used to be the only way that your school could get a hold of your parents if you skipped school.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, if I skip school, I'd make sure, because it's like 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock every day, same time, and it was a recording.
Yep.
And you press 1, like fucking boop, okay, we got it. And I'd make sure, like, if I skipped a day of school, I'd have the fucking phone with me, so nobody else could answer it.
Well, and then you got the, remember when the Star 6-9 feature came out, but you got the little, like, digital reader?
Yeah.
And it looked like a clock, and it would tell you, because if you just had a regular landline, you didn't know who was calling, but if you had the little fucking reader, it would tell you who was calling. You'd be like, oh shit, it's the school. Fucking.
Yeah, caller ID.
Yep, caller ID. Yeah, if you had caller ID, and then that was a thing, but then it got Star 6-9, which you could just call somebody right back.
Call them back. Yeah. Somebody prank calls you. Yeah, somebody prank calls you because it was Star 6-7 blocked your name.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we knew you had to know all these codes back then, because if you're calling a girl and her dad has caller ID, you're blocking that shit, because if he picks up, you're hanging up. Like, that's just what it is. That's what it was. Because girls' dads back in our day would beat you up over the phone. Oh, sure. Don't you fucking call me. Like, now girls have cell phones. It's different.
But here's the thing, too, about landlines now. If you call 911 from your cell phone, it goes to, and you live in California, it goes to CHP.
Right.
If you call 911 from a landline, it goes to local police.
Really?
Yep. So they say, like, we all have landlines. Like, we all have a telephone jack in our homes. They say you should always have a phone to it, or an old school phone, so you can just plug it in and call 911, because it will go to CHP first.
Huh. I remember early Wi-Fi days, you had to have a landline because that's what you had to plug into.
Yes, that's what your router plugged into.
That was what your router plugged into, and now it's different, obviously, but you were required to have one. So the internet company would say, hey, we'll give you a landline for $1 a month or whatever, but you just have to have one. So we always had one. And then payphones were super convenient, because no matter where you were, you didn't have to worry about if your phone was charged or not, or blah, 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 blah. You could get a hold of somebody if you needed something.
I called Orion, and we had Orion on a couple weeks ago, talking about aerial firefighting. I called him from Holland. I was over there for a student exchange thing, and I prank called him because he was doing photography. Huh. So he was trying to start a photography business, so I tried to prank call him from Holland, from a fucking payphone.
Really?
In a booth, the whole 9 yards.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. Good times. VHS rentals and Blockbuster trips. So,
dude,
that was a highlight.
Oh, that was a big deal.
Dude, if we're going to fucking Blockbuster, like, it's movie night. It is fucking kickback fucking movie night. And then, as soon as the invention of video games came out, you could rent video games too and shit. But I remember, dude, like, that'd be the biggest deal. And you walk down the aisles and you're like, oh, this thing, and oh, this thing, and oh, fuck, like, I really wanted to see this movie, and back then it was you saw it in the movie theaters or you waited till it came out.
And it came out months later.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
VHS came out months later.
It was not fucking quick. It was like, okay, this movie was in the theaters for 6 months. And then another 6 months later, it's on VHS. Like, it wasn't like, hey, tomorrow we're doing this fucking digital download of this fucking movie. No, dude, it was forever. But Blockbuster had, like, candy. Dude, we should pick up candy at Blockbuster. Like, it was going to be a whole fucking weekend thing.
I never forget, I got in an argument with a girlfriend because she said, I don't want to make it another Blockbuster night. Ooh. Like, I wasn't taking her out enough.
Yeah.
We were spending too much time going and getting a movie and then coming back and watching it. She said, I'm just sick of having a Blockbuster night.
That's the thing. Now they all want to Netflix and chill.
But I also had a roommate in college who worked at it wasn't Blockbuster. Fuck. It was another big name movie rental place. And so he would get all of the video games early. And what they would do is they would allow the employees to get them a week early.
Okay.
And they would say, go home and play these. So when people come in, if they want to rent them,
you can talk to them.
You're knowledgeable on them. So he would bring one home, and one of my roommates would sit there and play the game for like 4 days straight. Like sleep, play video game. Sleep, play video game. It was crazy.
So there was other offshoots. You know, there was Hollywood Video. They had competition. And then there was like local neighborhood movie rental places. And those are the ones that had the back doors and the back curtains and the fucking, you could go back and look at, you know, rent porn and fucking...
Oh, the bead curtains.
Bead curtains, man.
Oh, I remember those.
Back in the day, you had to go out and rent your fucking porn in front of everybody who was in the fucking store, and everybody knew it was back there. Even kids knew that that's where the adults go to get their dirty movies.
Well, and it would say, they'd have like a cardboard sign.
Yeah.
Adults only or
Adults
some
only,
shit,
yeah.
open that, and it was all fucking porno movies.
Yeah. So you had to go out in shame. You had to be real fucking horny to go buy it or to go rent a porno movie.
You had to be a real person.
Yeah. And you had to rewind your VHS tapes or they would charge you.
So we bought a rewinder because they said if you rewind the movies in your
VCR.
VCR.
Yeah.
Sorry, I lost it. Your VCR. It was bad for your VCR. So we had the separate, and it looked like a car.
Yeah.
So you'd put it in and you'd push it down, and when it was rewinding, the lights would come on. But they wouldn't say "Be kind, rewind."
Yeah, "Be kind, rewind." That was a thing. That was a real thing.
That was a real fucking thing.
Because if you got a movie and then you had to rewind it, you were fucking mad.
It took like 4 minutes too. This is not you don't skip to beginning. No. It's fucking. And we'd all sit there and watch that fucking car with the lights on, like
like come on, motherfucker, click
and the click and pop. Yes.
We're that old. We are that old. So, cassette tapes, man. So back in the day, back in our parents' day was 8-tracks.
Yep.
And we had cassette tapes, and we were talking about the invention of LimeWire and technology and things where you could burn CDs and you could make your own playlist and you could give a girl like love song playlists.
Oh yeah.
But I remember listening to the radio and it was the 2 buttons that you had to push to record.
Yes.
And I would try to get songs to fucking play and catch them right when they. You gotta fucking stay in front of the fucking radio the whole time to catch the song that you want to listen to push the 2 buttons to start the recording. And then you can put it in your car and listen to it whenever you want.
And you try to get it without the DJ talking.
Right. Yeah.
Because they'd always play, the beginning of some songs.
Yeah.
The DJs talk while the song's playing. You'd be like, come on, dude,
shut the fuck up.
And you try to start it, and then you try to stop it before they started talking again.
Yeah. It was quite the fucking game.
Oh, dude. I would do that stuff.
I just like how funny it is now to look back, and we have things like Sirius satellite radio where you can fucking legitimately listen to anything on the fucking planet that you want. It was like 4 radio stations, and a cassette player.
Well, so to Jerett's point, I had the same girlfriend that didn't want to make it a Blockbuster night. She got me a stereo one year for my birthday.
Ooh.
And it was big spender, but the fucking thing was probably 18 inches tall, 18 inches deep.
Oh, they used to be massive.
3 feet wide, 2 speakers, 5-disc changer.
Oh, shit.
And then it had 2 tape decks.
Yeah.
So you could put 2 tapes in there, and you could record and do all... I mean, the thing looked like...
a fucking DJ, before there was DJs.
It looked like a fucking DJ thing. It was this monstrosity. It was silver. It looked like Megatron.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they were massive. And back in the day... People used to walk around with their boom boxes on their shoulders.
Yeah, with 9D batteries in it.
It took a fucking ton of batteries.
Oh, yeah.
But that was the cool thing to do, man.
Yes, sir.
So, the times that are gone, thank fucking God that I'm not making fucking mixtapes anymore. Dude, and I'll open a box, from, the Navy, right? Like, some shit that I threw into a box 100 years ago. And it'd be like fucking Jerett's playlist or something. I'm like, I don't even want to know what's on this motherfucker. No, just fucking throw that bitch in the trash.
Garbage.
It's embarrassing, whatever it is. Handwritten letters. So, even in the military, those are kind of dead. So that was the last leg, was the military. Because when I was in boot camp in 2005, you still had to handwrite letters. It wasn't until the invention of Facebook where you could get on a messenger system. But I think maybe these guys don't even get them anymore, but prison, I think, is the last handwritten letters that people write anymore because you have to, but half them fucking dudes have cell phones nowadays.
Yeah, and my handwriting is so terrible. Oh, yeah, no. If you got a handwritten letter from me,
you're gonna know every other word.
Hopefully someone can read it for you, because mine was atrocious.
Yeah, no, I don't handwrite letters anymore, so fuck handwritten letters. Glad they're gone. Printed maps and the atlases. So we talked on that before. Yep. So we'll just dabble on it real quick. Atlases are still a thing. The Thomas Guide is a thing.
They got a 2024 edition. Kendra got one for senior.
Yeah, and then MapQuest, dude. Like, but you had to follow that shit to a T. Now I'm driving, I don't pay attention.
Well, you also had to go on MapQuest website.
Yeah.
Get your directions, then print those directions.
Right.
So you were both using both your dial-up internet, and your printer,
right,
to get your MapQuest directions.
Yeah, cost you a fortune to figure out where you were going.
Oh yeah. Oh, and if you were a student paying $15 or 15 cents a page to print, you better hope it's a short trip.
Well, and I remember when color printing came out. It was the most expensive thing on the planet. Like, you'd get punched in the fucking mouth if you fucking printed something in color.
You know, it better be black and white.
Yeah, everything's black and white. Scheduled TV and VCR recording. So, what was it, TiVo? Was it TiVo?
Yeah, TiVo was the first where you could actually record
something. You could record live TV.
Or on your VCR.
Yeah.
You could record stuff.
Yes.
My friend's younger brother used to record Skinamax because you could set the timer.
Yeah.
You could set the timer. You could set the channel. Mm-hmm. So even if the TV wasn't on, the VCR would record what was going to play. Huh. So he figured out how to do that. And he would record fucking Cinemax.
Yeah.
But then you could, if you got HBO, remember HBO was a monthly subscription.
Right. Yeah, at the beginning, and it was expensive.
Yeah, and HBO
was
or Showtime, but they would show movies.
Yeah.
Same movies in rotation.
Yeah.
But they played at specific times.
Yeah.
You couldn't go on there and go, I want to watch this movie.
Yeah, no. You would turn on your TV in the middle of a movie, and that's all you got. Like, here's the fucking rest of this movie.
Well, until you watch the other 6, and it
can you can fucking watch it beginning. Now you know what's up. So it used to be a thing, man, because TV only played when it played. So you'd record your shows, you know, and a lot of people were in soap operas and shit.
Oh, dude.
So a lot of people would, you know, like fucking JJ still does now. She downloads all the things, but you used to record those because you didn't want to miss them. Because if you missed them, they were just gone. Like, everything on TV happened and then it was gone. Like, we lived in a wild fucking time, man.
So TRL, remember TRL? Yes. Total Request Live with Carson Daly.
Yeah.
On MTV. I remember Korn's album came out and it had that song Freak on a Leash. Mm-hmm. And that video was going like number 1. I'm like, oh, it's on TRL. I got to watch it. And I had to it was on from like 3 to 4.
Yeah.
And I had to be there between 3 to 4 to see that. And it was...
You know, when you had to watch a whole fucking show or listen to a whole episode of something or whatever to get to the one thing that you actually wanted to see.
Oh, I saw the Backstreet Boys and Britney Spears.
No, you didn't get to skip that shit.
All that horse shit that was popular at the time, and then I got to see the video I wanted to.
And then commercials, man. Commercials were a fucking real thing back in the day.
Oh, you can't fast forward through them. Kendra, now, if you watch a lot of streaming stuff, it makes you watch them.
Right.
She mutes them.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I love it.
Yeah, 100%.
Mute button, we don't have to listen to this crap.
Yeah.
Before, you just suffered through it.
Yeah, no, fuck that. So, good riddance to VHS tapes and recordings, and now, thank God we can stream everything.
Okay.
You know, and Netflix laughs because they used to be a rental. They'd send you a DVD.
Yes.
And you'd watch it, and then you'd send it back, but you could only have like 2 at a time.
And you couldn't get another one until your other one was returned.
Until the other one was returned.
So on the same thing, you remember Redbox?
Redbox, yeah.
So I remember the first job I did as a superintendent was at a grocery store in Carlsbad. And we had to work at night because we were remodeling a part of it, and there was a Redbox out front. That Redbox got smoked. People were in there.
Oh, yeah. That was a moneymaker. That was a moneymaker, dude.
Dude, and they'd pull up in a freaking nice-ass Porsche, get out in their jammies, and throw their thing in and get another movie.
Yeah.
And we did it. Kendra and I used to do it. And like there was a gas station by our house that had a Redbox.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, "Oh, let's go see what's in the Redbox." And you'd go rent a movie, and it was a vending machine.
Yeah.
It was great.
And that was the death of Blockbuster.
Yeah.
That was the beginning. That was the beginning to the end for those motherfuckers.
I actually, the same construction company I was working for, I remodeled a Hollywood Video. Hollywood Video was the big one.
The big one, yeah.
I remodeled a Hollywood Video into a Chase Bank. I was the superintendent on it. Our other superintendent was doing a Blockbuster that was turned into a Chase Bank.
Yeah. As soon as they started dominoing, man, they were gone. They were gone fast.
It was the Starbucks effect.
For sure. So, fax machines and pagers. So, both of those things still exist.
People still use them.
Yeah. So, I think doctors and nurses have pagers still, I think. But fax machines, my business will fax you something.
I have started at the firm I'm at right now in 2012. I had one gentleman who would only fax me things.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, you can email them.
Yeah,
and
they get here now.
He said, I don't know how to do that. And I said, do you have a copy scanner machine, like a combo? He goes, yeah, we got this big fucking thing. It does all of it. And I said, scan it.
Yeah.
And it will... You can email it to yourself, and you can email it to me. And he was like, that's too complicated. I'm going to fax it to you. And I'm like,
yeah, so people will still use fax machines. And if you've never seen a fax machine, it takes 12 minutes to print out whatever they send.
Kendra had a very funny story about her sister. Her sister came to work for her for summer, and she didn't know how to use a fax machine. And so Kendra had to teach her how to use a fax machine.
Yeah.
Like, you got to put it face down.
Jesus. All right, so arcade games and physical game rentals, kind of the same thing. You used to go hang out at the arcade.
It was a big social event.
Yeah, it was a to-do.
And they had 40 games, and you had to take a pocket full of quarters.
Yeah.
And go play.
Yeah. So the last one that we'll get to is printed newspapers and magazines. So Paperboy used to be a real thing. There used to be a kid riding his bike around throwing newspapers at your fucking front door. Mm-hmm. And then they made a video game of it. But that was a real thing, man. Like, that employed people.
My parents still read the newspaper.
Do they?
My mom saves the crossword puzzles. And it's funny, next to her table at the couch, there's like a stack of folded newspapers, and it's just the crossword puzzles. Because she likes to do them. They don't go out of date. Yeah. She'll have all that stuff stacked up there. But my parents still read the newspaper.
Okay, so that one's not gone, but it has been around for over 100 years.
Oh yeah, but the magazine stands too. We go to the grocery store, and you used to see at the grocery store. Now it's more candy. Right. It used to be like all magazines, and they had that. What was the one?
The trash one.
The National Enquirer.
Oh man,
it was like Bat Boy. It was all the fake shit.
Yeah.
Like aliens are discovered and they're coming. I married an alien. I had sex with an alien. It was just all this trashy garbage. Wild shit, yeah.
And people would buy it because it's entertainment.
Yeah.
So that's how old we are.
If you didn't know.
Yeah, we lived through all of these. So thanks for coming around and fucking around and finding out with us, checking on your friends.
Please.
And thanks for coming out and hanging out, man. We do this often now.
Yeah.
Studio's fucking banging. We got videos up. Go to the YouTubes. Go like and subscribe and comment and hook us up, man. Help us out.
We have enough to buy a couple magazines and newspapers.
Yeah, we can do that.
We can rent some videos.
We could fuck up an arcade for about 4 days. All right, man. Hey, I've been Jerett.
I've been Jack.
And this is Shattered Wisdom Podcast, and you motherfuckers are welcome.